Hey guys, this is EO Plays, and I'm bringing you guys some Tekken Tag Tournament 2. We've had this game for about a week now, and I got my recorder to start working on my PlayStation again, and I just thought I wanted to play this and show you guys. This is me and my brother playing, and we're trying to unlock all the ending movies. So my brother's deciding right now who he wants to be, and I told him to choose Marduk. He likes him that much, so you see me grabbing Fang right here. Basically, we're going to play through and run all the way to the end, try to get Marduk's ending title. I realize now, watching this back, that the the audio from the game didn't record because I plugged in the audio cables too late, I guess. I don't know. Next one I do, I'll fix it, make sure it's working right. But so yeah, here we go. Right now, I think the first fight is Miguel and Kazuya, I think. Kazuya. I never spent enough time to read his name. But yeah, right here we have Marduk the Powerhouse. He's gonna be going ham. Yeah, it's Kazuya. Now, me and my brother are no way in any shape or form professionals or really that good at this game. But we're just playing it for fun. My brother's not doesn't know any of the combinations, and I only know combinations for two characters, but I can never get the combinations down right. So you're gonna see a bunch of just hits that don't even connect. Is Daryl with Fang taking out the quick knockout, and we do pretty good. We don't get our butts handed to us too badly, but basically in the arcade mode, when you're playing pair play, you have to go through 6 stages of random teams, and at the end you have to fight Jinpachi and Haichi, or I think, and then from that it's Ogre to Jun, and then Unknown, which is like the bad Jun. I think they called her that in Tekken 2 or Tekken Tag 1. But yeah, this game has been something that, we've been playing since we used to live in California, which is like years and years and years ago. We used to play it as a family. But that's basically the game. I'm gonna talk about some other stuff now, because I don't want to sit here and talk about just the game since you're already watching it. This is just a regular commentary, because I wanted to add another video to my commentary playlist because I only had one in there, and I didn't want to just keep doing games where it's just us playing. I want to just sit here and talk, because it's easier to do this than talk about a game. It really is. So this is my senior year in high school, and it's been pretty good. Don't like calculus too much. It's kicking my butt, but whatever. Today's what, October 21st, and I think last night went to go see Sinister. So it's a good movie, and most scary movies end pretty happily, I want to say. The ghost goes away or something, or they defeat the bad guy in some way. Sinister, hell no. No, these little freaking kids are killing their parents and crap, and it's you don't expect that to really happen. You don't understand what's going on through the whole movie. You're thinking this entity is killing people and recording it, but it's little freaking kids. These little kids are possessed, and they tie their parents up and kill them and record it. But this movie is just crazy, and you don't the main character. You don't expect them to die. But he's it's always the main character. He's investigating something that's going on, and he's finding out about everything. He's finding all this evidence. He might live in the house or whatever. Well, this guy just does everything wrong. He's ignoring all the signs that, hey, you might freaking die, and he's just oh no, it's cool. We're just gonna keep looking for these clues, because we're in a perfectly safe place. They live in the house where the last people just died at, and he just thinks it's fine. He has 2 kids. One of his kids has night terrors, which he just wakes up at night screaming his face off. And the girl, she's just a little creepy already because she's really quiet and she's paints and stuff. But I mean, this family's all messed up. They have a European wife. She had English accent, and that didn't really go with the main character at all, because he was just some white guy who just loved to wear sweaters for some reason. It was like warm, and he's like wearing a sweater all the time. Didn't really understand that. And I think they were in Kentucky where it happened. But back to the main part of the movie. Like the movie starts out pretty like raunchy. Like it starts out with this family standing there hooded and like standing there with like ropes tied around their neck, and they're like the strings going up around the tree and everything. And you see something. You see like this little pole, but you don't really know what it's doing at first. And then you realize it's cutting this branch from the tree, and like it cuts through, and then like you don't see who's cutting it. The person's like standing like on this branch behind the tree, and you just see the pole moving. And when the branch cuts off, it like drops down, and then that's got a rope on it. It pulls the whole family up, and they all start dying. So you're like, what the heck is going on? You know, like literally the first part of the movie is that. And you don't see who's like actually doing like cutting the branch or anything. And I know some people, if you've seen it from the preview, you know, you see like the face in the background or whatever, and like the bushes. But you can't really put two and two together, because how is he going to be in the background over there? Then who's cutting it? You just think somebody's crazy just doing this. And in every single case where this like the families died or whatever, one of the kids goes missing, and so this guy's like trying to figure it all out. And there's like apparently like 5 families that died, and the first one was there's this family, and they were all duct taped to these lawn like pool chairs or whatever. They're all laying out there, and they all get pulled in because like all these murders and stuff are like recorded on this Super 8 camera. And the guy finds it in the house, and he's watching back all these murders and everything, and they go all the way back to like 1966 or something like that. So the first one is like the family, like it's called a pool party, and they're all just hanging out, and like you see like the camera like just watching them and everything, but he's like in the bushes. And then all of a sudden, you know, it's all happy daytime. Then it just cuts to nighttime, and you see like the entire family like tied up to the things, and like somebody like looks at them, it pulls them into the pool one by one, and then like you see like this little face like in the water. Then I believe like the next one was this other family called like Family Barbecue, and with them, like you know the family's out by the lake, they're all sitting out there, they're having a good time. Then all of a sudden it cuts to them like in their car, all tied up. There's like chains wrapped around the doors, and then the car just gets lit on fire. And then like you know from there on you can kind of guess like there's just all these gross things going on. But in every single one of these cases, one of the kids goes missing and they never find them. They just assume they're dead because it's been like years and years. So the guy who's living in this house is finding all the stuff, and like every night he's he's trying to write a book. So he's watching these videos about like the previous families that have all died and how they're all connected in like the same kind of way. We're in there because they're all the videos are on this camera, and every night he goes to sleep, and he gets woke up because somebody turned the camera back on and was watching in the other room, but he doesn't get it because he locked the doors. It's all locked up and everything, but somehow every night it comes back on. And you know, all this like crazy stuff. He hears people walking in the attic and everything. He finds like a snake upstairs. And like in one part of the movie, you see all the kids that went missing, like running around his house. And you know, all in all, what happens at the end is this like demon thing is like taking. It's basically he's like corrupting the minds of the kids, where they kill their parents. So it's actually the kids who are recording themselves killing their parents. But you never see who really does it. And like in the films, it always cuts out at the end. You don't see who's like recording. So that's why they didn't know who was doing all this. They just think somebody's just killing all these people. And I think later on in the movie, he finds this video and it says extended extended endings or something like that, and he watches them, and it's like the kids in the video camera, like it's showing them with the camera on them, and it's like how they killed their parents and everything. Like the kid when they drown, the kid like jumps into the pool, and the tree branch, the little girl comes off from the tree branch, and she like starts like playing on her parents hanging and stuff. It's like crazy. And then like it turns out like all those families are connected because the person who died in that house, the next people who lived there and then moved away, they died, and it's like this big train of people living in these houses where people have died in, and he realizes, he lived in the last house where this happened at, and he's trying to understand like what's going on, and he looks in his coffee cup, and there's like it's like glowing green, which I don't understand how we didn't see that in the first place. Because first thing I look at my coffee cup and it's green, I'm be like, what the heck are you trying to feed me, or give me to drink, feed me? Yeah, same thing. So he's like freaking out. He's like, what the heck? And he looks underneath it, and it says, "Good night, Daddy." Like he put on this little thing, and then his daughter's behind him, and she goes, "To be honest, I think I like the endings." Because now she's the possessed one. She's going to kill their family and all this crazy crap. And they all end up dying. Which really sucks. Because most scary movies, you feel good about it at the end. Because, that thing is gone. These freaking people all died. And their video thing was called family painting. Because a little girl was, smearing their blood on the walls and crap. And it was crazy. Man, that movie was crazy. Sinister. Should be out in theaters. Most of you are probably going to watch this. It's going to be an old movie. You've probably already seen it. It's probably too late to say spoiler alert, but whatever. So yeah, that happened yesterday, and then last night we went right after we saw that movie. We went to this haunted house and everything, and it wasn't really that scary. I think what really bothers me, not really scary. It's just I don't like really loud noises. So a lot of that, the stuff in there last night was people hitting metal drums and stuff, and it's just really loud. So that kind of bothered me. But all in all, it wasn't really scary. I tried to be cool about everything. So I was waving to the people, and I was high fiving them when they jump out. I did hey, what's up, high five, And it just. It's not because I was scared, but it just made me feel better about there being loud stuff. I think one of the scariest things in the haunted house was this clown room, because these lights were flashing. It was pitch black, and then the lights were flashing, so you couldn't really tell what was going on. You'd get a second of what was in the room, and then it would just disappear. And so this clown jumps out, and he's and then that was the scariest thing that happened that night. Other than that, we were waiting in line, and we were scaring the people in line more than the things were actually scaring us. So it was kind of funny. One of the girls with this. She doesn't like zombies. And it's funny because she almost cried during it. I was the youngest one there in our group. I'm 17. Brother's 23. Everybody else there's 25, and stuff like that. And this girl is crying about zombies. And I'll get to that. And it's funny because we would hint, oh, here comes the zombie part, and she started shivering, shaking because she was scared. We ended up scaring her so many times just because it was just so funny. Eventually, later in the just about the end of it, there is there's a room where she's this black tunnel, and you really can't see anything, but there's people in there, and they have chainsaws without blades on them, of course, and they're shooting air at you and all that. And what happens is she goes in there, and she's scared, so she tries to run through the tunnel. And when they see her running, they chase after her, and they corner her in this corner, and they're got chainsaws at her, and she just balls up in the ball and is crying. She is crying because she's so scared because there's 4 people around her with chainsaws, and she's freaking out. And I personally didn't get to see this because they had to split us up 4 and 4. So I was up in the front, and then they told me about it. But it's just so funny because she was scared so much the entire day, and she's the one that they all grabbed and put her in the corner, and then trying to scare her. And throughout it was just so funny the entire time we were there because she would get scared over the smallest things. We were pointing out things that were in there, hey, there's a person over there, and she'd be where? Oh my god! And she'd scream. And what's funny about it is some of the rooms aren't really that scary. You have one, the first room you go into, it's the girl from The Ring, and she's and I was oh dang, that looks really believable. And she got in my face, and I was hi, what's your name? And I was just yeah, I was just trying to be funny. Because, when something's not scary, you're just going to walk through there and be bored. So I try to make it fun by doing that. I was dancing in their clown room and stuff. This guy was where's the guy who wants to dance at? Because he was asking me if I was going to be scared. I was nah, it just makes me want to dance. So I was Gangnam styling up in there. And like basically I was just like high fiving all the zombies and stuff, and like the girl behind me is like crying. She's like, "Oh, I'm so scared," and I'm like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And that's not really. I don't know why she was scared when she sees like me high five the people that are trying to like scare us. So I don't know why she was crying over that. She's like, "Oh my god, I'm so scared. They're Angel. They're gonna high five you. Get away, get away from them, Angel. They're gonna high five you. That's not no. That's so scary. You don't know where their hands have been. Like that's basically what happened. Like if everybody else is like laughing and we're like high fiving the zombies and crap, why are you gonna be sitting there crying? Like I don't get that. Like if some aliens came down from like Jupiter, I don't know why I said Jupiter. Screw it, Jupiter, and they're like, "Hey, we bring barbecue chips and ribs. You know, you guys want to have a barbecue? Are you gonna be scared? No, you're gonna be like, cool, man. Did you? What kind of barbecue chips are those? Those the kettle ones? Are those the baked ones? Which one are those? Lay's? Or like, oh, you brought some Doritos too? You know, it's like whatever. You know, why would you be scared of something that's not acting scary? Even if it's like supposed to be scary. Like, I bet you, if think of the scariest thing in a movie you've ever seen, and now picture them as like just a regular person just walking down the street. You're not scared anymore, are you? Slender Man can be like walking down the street with the suitcase, and you're not gonna be like turning around and looking at him. And it's gonna go like "Ah," and like all the noise and crap. No, you're gonna be like, oh hey Slender, you going to work today? You know, like no big deal. So why would people be scared of that? Like if you take any monster, the scariest looking thing you can think of, but you give it human regular qualities, you're not gonna be scared. So I don't understand why she was screaming her brains out while I'm high fiving these scary monsters, and they weren't even scary. Like half of these costumes are just like Walmart costumes. You're just like, oh, that's cool. He's Mario. Oh, holy crap! You know, there's like little kids walking around in this scary thing, and they're just like, oh yeah, go this way, go this way. Like they're like directing us, and they're not scared. But this girl who is 20, how old is she? 23. I was yelling for my brother. She's 23, and she's like flipping out, and you know, we're all trying to comfort. It's gonna be okay. They're not gonna eat your face off. It's okay. We kept telling her, "Oh, this is the part where you have to run because they're gonna chase you." And she's like, "Oh my god, no! Please don't! Don't chase me. I'm not dressed for this occasion. This leotard is too tight. I can't. No, this leotard, like, it's squeezing my buns right now. Okay, I can't run in this. Like seriously, like, who dresses up to go to a haunted house?" Like, I don't understand that. That's like me being like, "Ooh, suit and tie, gonna go get scared by some monsters." Like, that's stupid. It's like some people just don't know how to dress for the occasion. Like, apparently, like, the other night, they went to a bar, and she was just wearing, like, normal street clothes. And then she's gonna go to a haunted house and be like, "Ooh, I dressed up looking sexy."
She was just
She's dressed like what?
like a sweatsuit and stuff.
Yeah, like, who wears a sweatsuit trying to go out on a date with like your friends and stuff? No, you don't do that. But then as soon as you want to go to like a haunted house, like at 12 o'clock at night, you're just like, woo, looking sexy up in here. Nobody's gonna see me, but I don't care. These zombies gonna want some of this. Woo! I don't get that. I don't get that at all. And you know, it made it worse. So we were sitting there, and she's blonde, and she's a little short girl, and she's blonde. Like I'm probably like the fourth tallest person there, third tallest, even though I'm the youngest. And we kept making fun of her because she's blonde hair. So the people in the dark, of course, they're gonna see her first because the blonde hair. Everybody else there has like black hair, or brown, you know. So whenever we kept telling her, "Oh, we're gonna like crowd around you, they don't see you," and then as soon as the zombie comes out, we're just gonna like jump away and be like, "Ah!" Point at her because of course you're gonna go after her first. You're not gonna go after like somebody you can't see because obviously you're not gonna. Well, that was stupid because you're not gonna see them anyways. But yeah. Oh yeah, you thought we were gonna win there for a second, but we didn't. It was really close. But that was basically my Saturday night. We got back home around like 12, I think. And yeah, I had to wake up, went to church this morning, came home, did my math homework, ate some chili. My mom makes really good chili. She made some last night, and we had some today for lunch. But yeah. Yep. Dang, I talked for about 20 minutes. Yeah, that's actually the 20-minute mark right there. About what I did yesterday. But I hate Bob. I'm glad my brother used him against the enemy, not on me this time. But yeah, that's basically it. I don't know. That was like my one story I had to tell. I really don't. I don't think I have anything else to talk about. Oh no, I got this. So yesterday we saw Sinister in the movie theater, and earlier yesterday morning, we were watching Goemon. It's on Netflix. Check it out. It's a pretty good movie. It's like a realistic anime. Like it's like real life, but they made it like an anime. So it was pretty cool. We watched that yesterday, and it's about a ninja and some other ninjas and their ninja. But that's it's one of those movies where it's kind of corny, but it's still a really good movie if you just like pay attention to it. But something funny about that movie, it's not funny at all. I don't know why I said that. Something that was like it like blew my mind about that movie was one of the guys. It's I think his name was Saizo, and he went against the emperor guy they had or whatever. And so when like they told him to turn himself in, or they're gonna like kill his son because they already killed his wife. So he's like, okay, yeah, I'll turn myself in. So he's like, okay, tell me who you are if you want to save your son. So he tells him. So then he kicks him into this like big like pit of like lava and like hot water and stuff. And like the emperor's looking at him and like holding the little baby. He's like, oh, he looked lonely, and he throws the baby in there. What a dick move! Who does that? Like, who takes their baby? He's like, oh yeah, I'll save your baby. And he's like, just kidding, and just throws him in there. Like, that would piss me off. Like, this dude was freaking crazy. But yeah, other than that, this was Tekken. Here's the ending scene for Bob. I told you it was gonna be Marduk, but my brother switched up on us at the end, so we got Slim Bob's ending movie. It's kind of cool. It's like a cartoon. Sorry again for there not being any audio for that, but I don't know if you can even read the subtitles on the bottom. But yeah, Slim Bob's pretty cool. I like this one because it's not Fat Bob anymore. You know, he can't fit his uniform like right there. They call him Santa Claus, which I don't understand, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, this has been EO Plays, and keep looking sexy. And keep playing video games because they're the only things that are always going to love you back. Just kidding, because video games can't love you at all. That and sex. Sex can't love you at all either. Alright, so that was Tekken. Subscribe if you want more commentaries like this or my other videos. Like it, because I got my recorder from a PlayStation to work again. And
Subscribe to BB Giraffes.
Music at BB Giraffes, guys.
Go subscribe to there. You'll see me and Bro on there making videos and crazy skits and music and a bunch of stuff. Probably some sexy girls, because that's the only friends that we have.
Yep. I'm gonna say it like my buddy Mono War Negro says, a nigga only... Wait, fuck. Whatever. Oh, okay. A nigga only do one take. Alright, guys. See you later. And, you know what? Thumbs up for a kiss right there. Right there. Perfect. Alright. Peace.
Figured I would spit some bars on this beat that I just made. Rap villain, East Coast chillin', only fans that you have, I'll be hanging from the ceiling. Rapper say they all the truth, yes, just a bluff. Get these haters off my back, the world weighs enough. Cut them from the team, snip it like a coupon. Oh, you tryna ball, boy, you better strap some shoes on. Group of girls, I'll be chillin' at my...